no, we're not here to talk about Wormwood tonight. We're here to talk about one of the other films, which is Nekrotronic.
Indeed, Baron.
So for those children of the popcorn that are tuning in, if you do want to see the film before we talk about it, now's your chance. Watch the film and then come back to us. We will start off fairly broad and then we'll get into the more specifics of it. If you do want to watch it, it is currently available. I had it just here.
It's on YouTube, yeah. You can rent it for about $5, I believe.
Yeah. So it's on YouTube. It's not expensive.
Yes, support indie
also available on
filmmakers.
Google Play. Oh, 100%. But yeah, Amazon Prime, Google Play, Fandango at Home, YouTube, and
it's
Apple
on Prime.
TV.
Okay.
It's Prime. It's free on Prime, but you have to obviously be subscribed. Everywhere else, it is $3.99.
Yeah.
That may be the American price.
Okay. Yeah, do what you will, but do what you will,
VPN.
children. But if you do have, if you can, do throw them some coin because it is worth it. They do make dope films, these guys, yeah? And Australia needs more film.
Yeah.
Go
100%.
see Furiosa as well. It's not doing as well as it should.
Yep, agree.
Yeah. That's my soapbox. Back to you, Baron.
Yes.
How's our internet? How's our internet?
Comparing it. Yeah, but I think people are comparing Fury. Same universe. Or you've just frozen.
Yeah, hold on, pause. Let's pause. Because I'm having the unstable connection, as always. So let me just switch over. Okay, you can hear me, cool. So same universe. Okay, could take a moment. Now you were saying something about same universe there, so that was Wormwood and
no. Furiosa and Fury Road. I think people are comparing Furiosa to Fury Road, and they shouldn't, even though they're in the same universe. They are very different styles of films.
Yes, they are. Did you prefer one over the other?
No, I like them very much the same.
Because of the difference, because of the different approach.
Different films.
Yeah, I appreciated the different approach. It helped me appreciate the world of Fury Road more, so therefore Fury Road more, rather than just being a slick chase scene. Yeah, not to diss on Fury Road.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, I liked the more open expanse. Yeah, the more
100%.
speculative approach, I guess. Yeah. Okay, just waiting on this and this. And I liked how there is a callback to the little kid with the hurdy-gurdy from part 2 with the young kid who was bullied. I forget his name. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's got elephants. Is it elephantitis? Does he have?
I think it's elephantitis, yeah.
Yeah. Giving him his moment there, which was a kill scene, spoilers, but yeah. I might cut that out.
Quaden is his name.
Yes. Shout out George Miller for that. That was very cool to do that for him.
Yeah. 100%.
What's the ironic thing is that the internet has been fine. Okay, just keep going, man. I think we're going to be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, all good. No worries.
It seems to be.
All right. So Nekrotronic. So directed by Kia Roache-Turner and written by Kia Roache-Turner and Tristan Roache-Turner. They are related. Another one of those Australian sibling filmmaking groups that seem to come in pairs. So
I've learned just quickly. sorry, I've learned that
Right.
there are, you can get funding bonuses. I don't know the details. I'd have to look into it. Children, you can get
Yeah.
bonuses if you film with your family. If you come
Oh,
as a
well,
packaged
that's interesting.
family deal. And I think that explains a lot of filmmaking going back to the Coen brothers. I'll look into it some more. But yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you think about it,
Yeah. Okay.
there's a
Makes
lot out
sense.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Spearigs, Wachowskis, Kia Roache-Turners. Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
If you think about the
Daddos,
list keeps going. Yeah, yeah,
Hemsworths.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
All
Nepo
right.
babies,
But it was going to be called
please.
Necro Babies in this case. Necro. So it was going to be called Necromancer originally, where it was
Necro
going to
what?
be
Mansa.
basically Necromancer.
Okay.
It was going to be a closed room, kind of Ghostbusters kind of thing with some people trapped in an old hotel or an old warehouse or something.
Hmm.
But it went through some rewrites. It came out in 2018. It's listed as a comedy science fiction horror film.
Hmm.
It has Ben
Fair.
O'Toole in it in the lead role. We have as Howard. We have Monica Bellucci in it as his mother,
Yeah.
who's
Crazy.
Italian but is called Finnegan for some reason.
Crazy.
Um, and it's a story of demons that steal people's souls through smartphone apps and the demon hunters out to kill them. So yes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was intended to be a mashup of Ghostbusters, The Matrix, and The Exorcist, and the story was inspired by the writers for Ice of William Gibson's Neuromancer. So yes,
Oh, the neuromancer thing gives it a bit more, yeah, credence, actually, to speak bluntly.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. Okay. Carry on, please.
So yes, it
Interesting.
premiered at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival, and it had its Australian debut at the Sci-Fi Film Festival in Sydney. And the tagline was "Evil gets rebooted."
Classic.
Initial thoughts, Baron. I'm the Baron. Initial thoughts,
You are.
Mr. Popcorn. Wow. Sorry, I'm on call at the moment. And I had 3 calls last night in the middle of the night, so
I
I'm
understand.
tired. I'll tell you
Such
that
is
much.
life. Such is life, indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, okay, no,
Initial thoughts, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, fully enjoy this film. Fully enjoy this film. It's a lot of fun, definitely. It is an epitome of a popcorn movie. Yeah. As people talk about
Yeah,
popcorn movies, just turn off your critical mind, sit down and just enjoy, and immerse yourself. Yeah.
yeah,
Allow yourself to be immersed. Because it's wacky. The science is wacky. Yeah. Don't come into it looking for,
yeah.
legitimate scientific credibility or anything in this the way it's set up. But
No,
that's part of the fun. That
no.
is definitely part of the fun, and that's what these brothers. That seems to be a part of their old general vibe. Yeah, in terms of horror
Yeah,
science fiction, they take it to a very wacky possible extreme. Yeah, but you mentioned the references there, and William Gibson is a nice framework in regards to Neuromancer, being a big fan of that book,
yeah,
one of my favorite books from back in the day, read it many times. But yeah, never picked up on it. But yeah, absolutely. Linked in with the smartphone use. Yeah. Um,
yeah,
hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'll say at the moment. As we go into it, I'll
yeah.
confess more. But yeah, no, it's goofy popcorn movie fun. Don't take it seriously. You'll dig it. Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. So this is the point at which we'll probably start to get into the details. So if you haven't watched it, children,
please.
go and watch it, come back. Or if you don't mind being spoiled, keep listening. I'm happy either way. Smash the bell and like and subscribe. Um, I can't back any of that up. All right. So I don't know what the budget was. I couldn't find where what the budget of the film was. It did get a couple of grants from Queen New South Wales Film and Australian Film. Its
Okay.
box office, it took in $78,206, most of which came from Russia. So yeah,
Interesting. Monica
it's
Bellucci,
it's
Russia,
an
sure.
odd little film. Sure. Yeah.
What year are we
All right. So
looking at? What
this
year was the year of release there, Baron?
2018.
2018. Okay, thank you. Just at the end of
So
the
yeah,
before
prior
times.
to the
Okay.
pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boom before the fall.
All right. Yeah. All right, so we've got Ben O'Toole as Howard. Howard is the main character. My favorite character in the film is played by a guy called Epine or Epine. I'm probably massacring this. I'm just going to call him Bob. Epine Bob Severe Rank, who plays Rangy, who's
Yeah.
over
Rang is
here.
great.
There
Yeah,
we
Rang
go.
is great. Yeah.
The Maori character. We've got Monica Bellucci playing a character called Finnegan, who is very early on. It's revealed that she's Howard's mother. Carolyn Ford as Molly, Tess Holbrook as Torkel, who I really liked,
I
and
like
David Wenham
Torkel.
as
Yeah.
Luther. Did not, but yeah, David Wenham didn't leave a single piece of the background unchewed, which I loved. He was all over the shop, which is great.
Yeah, okay. So he was the
Fun
other
fact
star,
trivia.
basically. They had two
Yeah.
stars in there, yeah.
Yeah, and I think David Wenham was
Mm.
there for the Australian audience, and Finnegan was for the Europeans, which is probably why it made money in Europe.
And Bellucci as well. Can't forget about Bellucci.
Yeah.
Monica,
Yep.
yeah.
Uh, one of the other films that I like her in is Guest House Paradiso with Rick Mile and Adrian Edmondson, which was technically the bottom film.
Yeah, I've seen it.
She's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good in
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah. And younger colonels out there. Persephone, Matrix Part 2, married to the Merovingian. Well,
Yes.
and captured,
Yeah.
enslaved to the Merovingian. Yeah.
In a relationship with the
Yes, of
with the
sorts.
Merovingian.
Yes. Yeah, but she's classic. She's been doing stuff since the 60s. She's she's
Yeah.
iconic in the truest sense of the word. So yeah, I thought it was very cool. That hence my choice of background. There she is. Yes. She's the big bad of this movie, of
Yeah.
course.
That's mine with Rangi.
Yeah, you're good there. Yeah, there. Perfect.
Okay. Oh, it's all good. All right, so we'll get into it. So we've got the 2D animation cartoon style opening with a bit of exposition over the credits, giving us an idea of what the world is. I kind of liked that. It definitely gives us that sort of demons versus necromancers story happening.
Yeah,
And
that was
we
cool.
pretty
I
much
liked the
hard
animation
cut.
as well. Yes.
Yeah, we hard cut to a poo pumping truck with Howard and Rangi in the front seat, who are just getting back off an 8 hour shift, and then they're told they've got to go do another shift.
That was 17 hours, wasn't it?
17 hours.
Yeah,
What did I say?
17
Eight?
hours. Eight,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
just that's a standard regular civilian shift. They had to do the 17.
Yeah.
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 I have done a shift like that, working for Carnies, doing
Uh,
the Queensland route of the Eka show. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and that was constructing the ghost train I was going to perform on, which took about 4 hours at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then doing the ghost train for 8 to 10 hours, and then deconstructing the truck, pulling it all back to apart, then go trying to get some
Yep.
sleep. Yeah. So I felt in that moment that
Oh,
pain. Yeah,
insane.
it reminded me of that. Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously someone turning up and telling them
Insight.
they've got to do more work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just real fuck you moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it's a family business and there's some sort of drama.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like the guy who drives up, you know what I mean? Like I'm out here in Riverview and Ipswich sort of thing. You see a lot of them all the time, this sort of thing. They're in the
Yeah.
middle of drama and they're going towards more drama after dropping off drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Drama
vibe. Yeah.
drama llamas. So we set the tone pretty quickly for the film with a fart joke and weed usage.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that.
Um,
I enjoyed that. If you're going to be subjected to that, then yeah, make the most of it.
yeah, exactly. And then while they're driving to the next thing. Rangi gets a new game app for his phone that seems to be kind of like a Pokemon Go sort of thing. And given that Pokemon Go was at its height, probably in 2018,
hmm
it's fairly topical at that point.
Yeah, it's kind of a Pokemon Go for goths. Yeah, because you
Yeah,
see ghosts and wraiths and ghouls. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And it, yeah, pentagram. There's a pentagram which comes into it a lot in this film is seen on the phone screen. His phone screen, I believe, at the start there as well. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
the company Necro
Yeah.
Corp or
Necro.
something, they've got a
Yeah.
they've got a 666 in the symbol for the company and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, nothing subtle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
nothing's yeah, it's all laid on. Boom, boom.
a couple of times in my notes I put down, is this lazy? Like, is the symbology lazy? But I think it's basically just there to be appealing to everybody. Like, people know what it is. It's not a
You reckon?
challenge.
Okay. Because if we're going to touch on this, I'll be brief.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah, yeah,
there's the pentagram, and the pentagram is with the one point going down, so it's like a goat face, yes.
yep,
And then there's the Wicca with the 2 points, yeah, like your star you'd see
yep,
in a kid's bedroom. That's for the Wiccans. That's the good star. The use of that, it was called
yep,
referred to as pentagram throughout, but the use of that in terms of
yep.
how it's seen on the screen, its placement was back and forth constantly throughout this film.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
Um, so I
And
think they are just going
they
for the
had,
popular, universal, pop cultural things people know, ba boom, ba boom, ba
yeah,
boom, which is fine, I think.
yeah, yeah. And the language of the runes throughout changed a bit between demonic and like Viking
Sure.
to
Yeah,
so
sure.
there didn't appear to be
Yeah.
a tidy thing there.
Yeah. And they were on
Um
buttons for door to open doors.
for no good reason.
No.
Um all
Yeah.
right. So now we cut from the truck to the evil headquarters with Finnegan. We go to there's a torture slash sacrifice dungeon. I think you've got that's what your picture is in the background there,
Yeah. Yeah.
where they sacrifice a goat
There's
using
pentagram,
C4.
center point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
them blowing up the goat. They mentioned the goat in the credits too, by the way, with the no animals up to and including the goat were harmed during the making of this film,
Yeah,
which
no,
is
no,
kind of nice.
total CGI, obviously CGI, cool CGI. Yeah, it was cool
Yeah,
CGI. There was, you know, they were
yeah,
aware of it and knew how to place it. And was that the first kill though, Baron? Oh, Billy?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
think we saw anyone die in. I mean, there
Nah,
were
because we
ghosts and wraiths that Rangi was
there's
looking at,
ghosts.
but that's
Yeah,
the
but that's
first
just
death.
establishment of characters, just like your
Yeah,
two friends, your two best friends behind you. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
okay. That's
yeah,
funny. That's funny. Yep, so yeah, no, goat,
yeah. All right, so
boom.
yeah, the ghost is the
Goat
first
goes
death.
boom, definitely.
All right. So that sort of sets our goodies and baddies. So we cut back to the goodies. So the app, I'll pretend here the app seems to be like Pokemon Go. They find a
Yes.
ghost, and the app actually physically affects Howard when Rangi's using it.
hmm hmm hmm
Um, then we see, or the scene is shoehorned in the Necropod, which is I'm guessing the NBN network for this particular app. It has the 666 on it. Um, and it's got the wraith attached to it. Then we cut back to I'm
Um,
gonna say Evil Corp.
Wraiths, my favorite graphic representation of the netherworld in this movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Wraiths were
it's very
dope.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, when there was the
And
cat winner, you know.
attached to the pods. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when they would drag people into itself a few times in this movie, they looked great. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the effects company? Does Weta have anything to do with this?
Oh,
Because
good.
the ghosts were kind of
I
frighteners looking at times.
Yeah, they
And that's
were.
kind of in the same what's the word?
That's a good question. I
Era.
didn't look and I should have. Let's have a look while we're doing that. So just while I'm looking that up so we don't have sort of dead air, what did you think of the
Hmm.
world building here? Like, it's obviously it's Australia. What did you think
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
world
yeah, yeah,
building?
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, the world building. First of all, I wanted to say that the animation at the start reminded me of it was Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, similar in style and that red and black, strong, contrasty red and black, big cutout, Monty Pythonish almost. Yeah, that was very cool. Um, and yeah, the ghosts are cool. It's very frighteners. It reminded me of that. That's a children. That's an old Peter Jackson movie, kind of mid-period before Lord of the Rings. Uh,
filmed in New
that was
South, filmed
cool.
in Wellington.
Now, Littleton, near Christchurch, my hometown, a little seaside town that is attached to Christchurch near the water.
Ah,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry, Littleton
partially
and
filmed in.
Wellington. Littleton
Yeah,
and Wellington, combination of the two. Yeah, yeah,
mostly Littleton, but there were some scenes they filmed in Wellington.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
okay,
And
casting.
the ghosts are cool. I love Rangi and what's his name, Howard. Yeah, I think they're great. Their
Yeah.
relationship's great. Rangi's hilarious. I've known Rangis in my life. Um, have growing up in New Zealand. And yeah, and Monica Bellucci, Mother Dearest, they're fantastically camp and over the top, just relishing it. And the hideout's very cool. Very cartoony, very gimmicky, but at this point was like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to anyway take this seriously, because also the expositions of the how this works scientifically. I was a little bit kind of, whoo, that's a stretch. Okay, let's just not try and put that together too logically. So I adjusted to going in. Could have been a little less exposition because just go with the goofiness, accept it is as is. Don't try and make it too realistic sounding through trying to explain it because it's not.
Yeah, yeah,
That's just a little critique.
yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, no, I was in. Yeah, but yeah. And have you found the FX company enough vamping?
No, fair enough. So the lead from the internet here, the lead VFX person is a guy called Andrew Baker who has worked with Weta, which
Okay,
is probably where you're getting
okay,
that connection from.
yeah, yeah. I thought I saw the touch there
Um, so there's
around
that.
that time.
Also, I will note that it did win an award for its hair design, and a friend of mine
Okay,
who worked on this is one of the hairdressers and used to work on Farscape. So
okay,
that,
yeah, okay. Shout out. Torkel looked cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Special effects. Yeah. Art department. I'm just seeing if I can find a company. There's no company there.
And Monica.
So shout out to Sheldon Wade, who
Yeah,
is a makeup artist and hair artist.
and it
Um,
has that wetter touch you were saying from that connection there. Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, that was
So
my
there's a
query. So
connection
yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we cut back to the. I'm going to call it Evil Corp just so that we've got the word Evil Corp in there a lot. We're going to cut back to Evil Corp and the boardroom, and the chairman of the board is not wearing his Santa hat, which causes Finnegan some distress. But he does put it on, and they've got 1.3 million users of the game that
Mhm.
it is taking over the internet, and apparently we find out at that point that the soul energy is what keeps Finnegan young. So she's a much younger mum than we would expect given the age of Howard.
Yes.
So there's the scene there with the
Yes.
board meeting.
She's an
Then
ancient.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we go back to the necromancers,
We
and
get we
given
get
the
us we
time,
get we get us is that the first time we get us a look at her demonicness with the red eyes after she sucks the soul
yes,
and she comes back and see yeah. And that
yeah.
makes all
I
the
think
board
they,
shiver a little because she threatens to kill them all if things don't work out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's even a little bit of an effect there. I'd have to go back and watch it because I didn't think to. But I think
Mm.
she looks older before. Like I think there's some aging effect on her before she sucks the soul, and when after the soul, her skin's much smoother.
Yeah, I thought something was up there, but that explains it. Yes, an effect
Yeah,
there. Yeah, definitely. Because she is an eternal beauty, Monica Bellucci. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's hard
yeah.
to tell.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, how old
Yeah,
how
exactly,
she actually
exactly.
is. Yeah.
All right, so we meet the necromancers with, and I've just put down here in brackets, big guns and trench coats.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
classic fucking, Matrix, etc. All around that,
mhm.
from the 2000s chooser movie. Yeah.
So we meet, where we go, Luther, Molly, and Torquil. Molly and
Blade.
Torquil being sisters. Yeah, it's Blade
Yeah, yeah,
Trinity
Blade.
all over
It's
again.
Blade. There we go. That's better. Yeah.
Uh, so they're in their headquarters. They're seeing that necromancers all over the shop are being killed.
Hmm.
Um, and
Like
then,
all of them except
yeah,
them. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just like they're the last three until they spot a blip on the map, which turns out to be Howard.
Hmm.
There's something odd about his signal, and
Hmm.
apparently he's off the charts.
Hmm.
Uh,
Which we've seen a hint of with the game, him affecting him physically. It was all kind of, yeah, building up to. Yeah.
yeah. So now he can, because he gets affected again, he can now see the ghosts without looking at the app.
Hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, so we're cutting back again to Finnegan, and it shows that she can send the demons through the app to specific locations. So she sends a demon to where Howard is. And
Uh-huh.
Howard, not knowing his powers, works out he can send the demons back.
Because she
But that takes
jacks.
everything out of him and he passes out.
Yes, and does she jack into the matrix to the internet at this stage by a cable in the back of her neck?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
So
okay, I'm not jumping ahead. See,
no,
that is straight out of Neuromancer.
yeah.
That's how it works. The
Yep.
ones who go into what are they called? I forget what they're called, but they go into the internet and that's how they
Riggers?
do it.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not keyboard samurais. That's just a name,
Deckers?
something like that.
Deckers.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, but I think
Yeah.
that's, yeah, closer to it anyway. But yeah, so there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Um, so but then we're back to with the necromancers. They pull a thingy out of his neck and put another thingy back in. Apparently he had an old version of the scrambler. Now he
Scrambler.
has the new
Yeah,
version of the
Scrambler.
scrambler.
Yeah. Yep.
And they do the same thing for Rangi. They put a scrambler in Rangi's neck. Then there's the exposition dump about his parents being pure. I'm going to say
Yes.
pure bloods. Um,
Yeah,
and
in the
then
same
he
sense of
finds out.
Harry Potter, muggles and purebloods. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of similar. Yeah.
Necromancers and normals and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
And
that's,
then
yeah, gravity.
this is where he finds out that the bad guy is his mum.
Yes, and also that he's a necromancer, one of
Yes,
the last
you're a
living
necromancer,
necromancer.
Howard.
And we're getting very into he's Neo, he's the chosen one. And
He's Harry
because
Potter. He's yeah,
this movie, apart, scientific reasoning aside, in terms of writing, it's the hero's journey, pretty
yeah,
much down to a T. Yeah.
100%. Like
Like a New
even
Hope,
the
Star
kill.
Wars, it's down to that much of a T. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was nearly going to spoil something for later, but I won't. But yeah, no, you're right. It's exactly the hero's journey.
Yeah.
It fits really nicely once again into the three-act structure. We've got a really strong three-act structure.
Mhm.
There's no, it's not that there's no surprises, but this is very on rails.
Yeah, there's really no subtext or anything going on. There's no deeper
No,
meanings, deeper layers or anything at
no,
all. But this is all on purpose, though, as you say, on rails. You know what I mean? It's all on purpose. It's goofy
yeah,
intentionally, but done in a very
yeah,
well-structured fashion. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, pretty much, I
yeah.
think. Yeah, yeah.
There's no A and B plot. There's just an A plot.
Yeah, precisely. Precisely.
I really liked the sound design. It wasn't obtrusive.
No.
At no point did I feel like the music or the sound was getting in the way of the action.
How about the effects
Uh,
overall, as if we're doing, production stuff at the moment? How about the
it
effects overall?
it's a 2018 film. It looks
Mhm.
like a later film. I think the the work that they've done on the effects really has made it seem like they put more money on the screen than they had.
Yeah, okay, sure, sure, absolutely. What about with the not to jump too far ahead, but there's demons in this. It's necromancers versus demons,
Yeah.
near at the end where we see the demons in more fuller detail. How are you with the effects there? Because there is that separation of layers blatantly, you know what I mean? Because it does
Yeah,
just
yeah,
does
yeah.
scream this is, yeah, an effect that's not on the same dimensional level as everything else going on, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
I think I think that's where we maybe see the independent film nature of it, where it's like I think it was an effect that they were going for that they probably it might have been an overreach. So it doesn't look
Okay.
quite as good as the rest of the film. It's still okay, but you're right. There is a very definite difference in layers with that effect later in the film.
Yeah. I reckon they do
Yeah,
also at the same time have the spirit, fuck it anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah,
It looks great, but that's kind of the idea. So to throw it in
yeah,
spirit as well,
yeah,
which I
yeah,
appreciate, which I like as well, Yeah. Cool. Some of the cinematography, just finally, some of the cinematography, absolutely beautiful. The
yeah,
2010s, there was a lot of neon work going on. We'll building up.
yep,
So, 2018 was kind of like you could almost put it as a, uh, I don't know if it was the high point of it because it's still used today. Anyway, the neon cinematography with the lighting, yes, at certain points with the vehicle, it
yeah,
stops in the underground driveway at one point with the pink neon. The moment you're like this, all that stuff
yeah,
was done really beautifully because this all looks really cool. This is a fun visual watch as well. It's very cool
yeah,
looking, this film, which
yeah.
I liked. Yeah, yeah,
It very limited locations too, which I think there's where they might have saved some money. There's not a lot of big locations. Like the sets I think seemed bigger than they were because of the way the set
yeah,
dressing was done. In
yeah,
particular, the scene behind you, I dare say that room was a lot smaller than it felt like.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
A lot of
they know
good
how
use of
to, yeah,
perspective.
utilize their resources well, like they did in Wormwood. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the Wormwood's Children, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely do. Certainly, if you
yeah,
like
yeah.
this one, yeah.
And and they do the same with Sting. Sting is all done in an
Okay,
apartment building.
okay. Fuck, I've got to watch Stick. I've
Um,
got to watch Stick. It's
I
moved up to
really enjoyed it.
priority viewing. It's on the
I really
priority
enjoyed
list.
it.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Okay,
All
cool.
right. So now
Back to the
we're
plot.
kind of in the swampy middle of the film with all of the exposition
Okay, yeah, the second
to
act.
try
Yeah,
and get us ready for the third act. This is the point at which I wrote, "Oh no, not Rangi. Oh no, he's not dead. Oh yes, he is." So there was a bit of a journey there with Rangi. So I remember the first time I saw this, and I
hmm.
reached to my feet and went, "No, not Rangi. Anyone but him!"
Yeah.
Like
No, I was
it was
like,
that moment where,
they're not. What? They're going to
yeah,
Game of Thrones Rangy?
yeah, yeah, and
Really?
they did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
But
okay,
great.
children,
Yeah, yeah. He makes a
because he
great
comes
Wraith.
back.
He makes
He
a
comes
great
back as a
Wraith.
wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I've got here hit by car, Howard now in hospital, where that's where we begin to see
Because
Rangi's
he
ghost.
runs. Yeah, he runs. He bolts.
Uh,
Yeah. It was so
yeah.
obvious he was going to be hit. He's going to be
And,
hit, you idiot. And then boom.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But he's a
yeah,
douche. He's a douche. Yeah. He's a
yeah,
doofus, to be
yeah,
kind.
yeah.
He's a doofus. Yeah.
He he's still, yeah, he's still on his journey though. He's still on his
He's on
journey.
his journey, which is apt. It's apt.
Um,
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
and yeah, the quote I wrote down here was, "Please go and haunt someone else." So yeah, like he's got a choice. I also wrote, "I
What did I
can't
write?
grab your ghost chips, bro," which
Yeah, okay, yeah. I had some other ringing lines. Oh, you're not a ghost, are you, bro? You'd tell me if you're a ghost, wouldn't you? When he's looking at the phone and starts feeling his face. So I like you. Yeah.
some incredible acting by Bob on that. I thought it was great.
Oh, and he called. Are
All
we up
right,
to that
so
dude yet? The slap some hair. Someone slaps some hair on a penis.
yeah,
Yeah, remember? Rangi's great. Rangi is the
ah,
highlight. Yeah, yeah.
he is. Yeah, he's the highlight of the film for me as well. Um, Alrighty, so we then move into the what I refer to as the Ocean's 11 portion of the film, where we've got the plan
hmm
to go and assail the baddies and get the things and work out what's happening and then get rid of everything. So I've got
Yeah,
here
his head is
plan.
Dune training, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Albert,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
this is about the
yeah,
point where he has, yeah, it's like the montage. There's a montage of training, and
yeah, 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 yeah.
they reveal the 3D printer they've got for demons, where they stick the Hellraiser cube in a thing, and they take the ghost out of the ghost trap, and they 3D print
Yeah,
them a body.
yeah. All right, so you're using just feel the sound,
Which
and here's a fucking pin with a a pinhead box with a pentagram on it. But I get it. I get it. We've for the Iceberg Children, we did House of a Thousand Corpses, and we were talking about just throwing basically
I love
everything at
that
the
movie.
wall that you love to make a movie out of it. This is very much that as well. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? This is just
yeah. There's a lot of
shit that we
little,
think that's
uh,
cool. Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and stuff in the
Oh
background.
yeah.
Obviously, the Roache-Turners love themselves a horror movie, and they love to throw a little reference in.
Yeah. 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 Which we do as well.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So I've got here Jedi training montage. Nice
Okay.
coin prop. I
Okay.
really
Cool.
like the little prop, the prop of the coin with the
Yeah. Yeah.
unnecessary pentagram on it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's where I wrote it down. So the pentagram, what the fuck? What are we up to? What are we meaning with it?
yeah, yeah. Where
It's
do you get
fine.
that
It's
coin
fine.
from? What do you have it just for this reason?
Yeah.
Like, is it just there for the induction to the
Do you
new
throw them at
necromancers?
them? You know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. Then we get the cool anti-possession slash X-Men suits,
hmm
or Tron suits, whatever you want to call, whatever
Yeah.
your vintage
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Chekhov's 3D printer makes demons flammable. Drop in there where they
This
explode. Where
3D printer, the use of this 3D printer is wild, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
wild.
Um,
Love it.
uh, Actually, vamp.
And we've
Pause.
also,
Vamp.
sorry, it's after
I was
you.
going to say
No, after
pause.
you.
Vamp for just a sec. I'm going to grab something from the other room. I'll be back.
Yeah, okay, cool. And we also get to see how kick-ass throughout all of this, building up to this, the two daughters are. Now, the two daughters are the two female leads of this movie, yeah? That is Molly, played by Carolyn Ford, and played by Tess Horbridge, yeah? And they were the daughters of, what's his name? Luther, played by David Wenham, yeah? And
Yeah.
yeah, they're absolutely kick-ass, yeah? Just wanted to highlight, yeah, that this is a strong female focused movie. It's a good
Yeah.
ensemble cast, actually. There's a good balance
It really is.
between, yeah, male and female, certainly, yeah.
Uh, so So at this point in the film, we've got the plan. We're heading out to do it. They've got an EMP detonator that they've got to set it off at exactly the right moment. Otherwise, there'll be a problem with the
Mhm.
necropod, and the wraith will kill them. I would like to point out that the EMP detonator that they have is one of
Ah,
these.
well, there you go. Yes, we have those at work as well. You can get them from Kmart.
Yeah, and I think
It's
they've just put a green filter on it.
yeah, listeners, those are one of those the old lanterns, the old gas lanterns, but electric. Yeah, you just open it up, boom, there's the light. Yeah, yeah, we've all
So
seen them.
yeah.
I didn't spot that. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
So yeah, so of course, at this point, because there's something that can be fucked up, it will get fucked up. And Rangi scares Howard, who then sets off the EMP detonator early, which messes up the
Mhm,
plan.
mhm. Because Ranger, yeah, he
We
does that shit with what was we doing there with his
he
swamp
flicks
thing
his hand on
extension?
the wall,
Yeah.
and the little hand things go everywhere. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, and it turns all green and tendrily and whatnot. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and it was just addicted to it like a kid playing with a new toy with a fucking slinky or something.
yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
slinky. I'm not that
yeah.
old.
Or
You know what I mean?
those little rubber hands with it stick to walls and stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like slime back in the day. You know,
Mm,
you throw it on the wall,
yeah.
slink down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Rangy. He's a big kid. He's the big
Love
kid.
him.
Yeah, the fool.
Love
The
him. He's
fool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
We should have a talk as well during this about tarot because I saw it.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So we have
Contender for worst of the year. Sorry, go.
it's got so we get the fight scene and the separate people doing their things. We have a nice family counseling moment. Apparently, I wrote here with Howard and Finnegan. Then there's a Seven moment with what's in the box. It turns out it's Uncle Dave's head. I've written here, Uncle Dave has ghost Tourette's.
Yeah, he does. Perfectly said.
And then we got a bit more exposition to round out the second act.
He reminds me a bit like my uncle. Yeah. Are you an uncle, Baron?
Yes.
Yeah, not
yeah.
all uncles are creeps. Yeah.
No, not all of
Not
them.
all uncles are
No.
creeps. I get
No,
it.
see,
It's
there's
funny,
creepy
but not
uncles.
all are creeps.
There's creepy
Yeah.
uncles and there's fun uncles.
Fun uncles. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funkles.
Let's not. Yes. Let's not. Yeah. Blur the two.
Okay, so we're at the end of the second act now, which means that we need to lose someone.
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
So they kill Torkel. They blow up Torkel's head.
Because to get her back out of the Matrix, out of the internet. Howard, but yes, the spice, too much spice blows up her head.
Yeah. Turns out more deep is a killing word.
Yes. So is you're a dickhead.
Yeah. So now everyone's sad. So it's the end of the second act.
Sad,
everyone's
yes.
sad.
Time for sadness, yes.
Yeah. So they go back to their warehouse and they're sad until Rangi points out that
time to recoup. Yeah.
But Rangi points out that he can still hear Torkel inside the cube.
Pinhead box, yep.
The pinhead box, the Lamachan's lament configuration bot. No, it's not lament, it's just the cube. So they decide to print a sister.
This is where you just have to let everything go. Baron, please explain the process. You can do it better than I, please.
So they in the movie they can download a spirit, usually a demon, into one of these boxes. They put the box in another machine, which sends them to a goo pond that 3D prints really quickly a body for whatever spirit happens to be in the box. At which point they've got a huge gun.
Done.
Yeah. They've got a huge gun that they then blow the demons up with that are trapped inside a pentagram once again. So they go ahead, they download her from the box, but they don't blow her up. They don't shoot her with the big gun. They let her be. But my question is, why is she green?
She looks like a if you know metalcore or screamo singers. Yes, it is a trend at the moment to tattoo your entire arm black or your chest, even your chest black as she did
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Kat Von D's doing it at the moment. It is a thing. I mean, I know
Okay.
this is
Sure.
2018, but it's been around since that time. So that was, I don't know if that was an aesthetic choice. It was a curious choice. Why is she green? Because I think I saw some circuitry outlines on her arm. So I think that's going
Oh,
for the Matrix is green. Yeah. So it's
okay.
playing
All
on
right.
those color, palettes and ideas, tropes,
Yeah.
etc. That's the best I could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That works. Then
She
she
looked
points
cool.
out that if
She looked cool.
oh no, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hair
It's
was great.
amazing.
Hair was great.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
weird eye makeup thing, amazing.
Hmm. Hmm.
But she cuts off the tip of one of the fingers and she puts it down and sets it up and it blows it up. And
Yeah,
apparently this is now the plan.
she's a
She's going to be an
fucking martial
explosive.
arts expert working disposable bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah. Yeah, walking nuke.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
and she
we're
does think
entering the
this is a
end
really
game.
cool action sequence. It does
Mm.
turn into, a kind of John Woo action sequence at this point, raid style, whatever, reference you
Yeah,
want for an action sequence,
actually, yeah, very much like the
fight
raid.
sequence. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very much
Done
like the
really well.
raid.
Talk will. Yes, Tess Horbridge played a badass really well. Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
thought definitely.
So just in time, the pentagram across the city is complete, and everybody's souls are going up into the cloud
Yeah,
to be
little,
replaced with
stream, little
demons.
hurricane, little stream, little, like you're being
Yeah,
aliens, bringing you up,
yeah.
that sort of thing. Yeah, it's cool.
Skybeam before Marvel was doing Skybeams.
There you go.
Do you think people were dying? Do you think this was people dying, or do you think they got their souls back?
Oh, well, not to jump forward, but you remember later on,
Oh, okay, yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
the reversal, yeah, and then the
Yeah, yeah.
switchback, yeah, yeah.
There would have been
Because
some deaths though.
yeah, technically,
People
yeah,
driving
logically,
cars and stuff.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
off screen in the story world.
yeah, yeah,
Because I think it's going through a bit of the zombification of smartphone usage as well. Yeah, in that
yeah,
moment, yeah, that you can be switched back to turn on and off like a switch.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Okay, so Torquil goes kaboom. Then it's personal sacrifice time for Molly.
That's the second time she goes kaboom, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep in mind, children. Yeah. Cool, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Personal sacrifice. Okay, so we're left with
Um,
Howard at this point with
yeah, Howard and
Finnegan.
Molly are they falling in love pretty much at this stage?
Yeah, they've well, I mean, they have known each other now for 5.5 hours, so that's about the right
There
time.
you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so yeah, so now we're reaching the final boss fight. So with the mother, I put a note here, Oedipus much. Mum is girlfriend and dad is dead.
Yeah, hey, I
Um,
picked that up. I picked up that vibe at one point.
yeah.
Definitely suggested that. Yes.
And then now
Mm.
she goes into the cube.
Yes, yes, because Howard, their children, through his Muad'Dib energy,
Yeah.
he is
His
able to
chosen one
push.
energy.
He can push souls where he wants. Yes, yeah,
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Which
it's
is
as
why Torkel's
complex
head
as
blew up.
that. Yeah, it's as
Yeah.
complicated as that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably explained it more than the film did.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I did put a break in my notes here. And I've just wrote fuck I love Rangy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Comedic genius in this film. I want to see him in more stuff.
yeah,
I will
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
seek out more of his stuff. Yeah.
Well, he's only been in four things.
Well, do you know what
And
they
this
are?
this is one of them.
We can
Yes,
take
I
a rangy
did.
moment. Yeah.
I'll take a Rangy moment. So the four things that he was in, Nekrotronic, obviously. He
Hmm.
doesn't even have a photo on IMDb, so he's not a paid subscriber. He
Okay.
was
Okay.
in,
So his day job,
yeah, so
as the rest of us. Mm.
prior to Nekrotronic, he was in a film called Fantail, was in 2013. In the same year as Nekrotronic, he's in a film called Hibiscus and Ruthless, where he's credited as kitchen hand number one, Bob Severe. And he's in one episode of a TV series called Sis, SIS, which was in 2020. It's a Polynesian sketch show about ride or die friendships and growing up.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So yeah, no, big fan of Rangy, big fan of Bob. If you're out there, Bob, and you're listening to this, we love you.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, talk about the film.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, do some more films. Okay, so all right, so we're nearly there. I've got here, Sis is back, ripped her head off, Molly injured, wizard fight.
Can you say that again, please?
Sis is back, ripped her head off, Molly injured, wizard fight.
Yes, yes, that sums it up, that sequence of events. Yeah, there's a lot visually going on in the screen. Again, they want to do everything they've been dreaming about making this film. So when was this film in terms of the filmography?
In terms of their filmography?
Yes.
It was, I think it's in between the two Wormwoods.
It's in between the two Wormwoods. Okay. Yeah.
I think so. Hang on, let me have a look. Kia Roache-Turner directed. So there's the Wormwood film, there's the Wormwood short, then there's Nekrotronic, and then there's Sting.
Oh, okay. There was going to be a TV series for Wormwood as well. It didn't happen. That's a shame. Yeah.
They do. Kia Roache-Turner does have an upcoming thing called The Beast of War, which is in pre-production. Which is two young soldiers fresh out of boot camp find themselves stranded on a raft in the middle of the ocean after their ship is sunk by an enemy and must battle for their lives against the giant, hungry great white shark.
Okay. They're doing an underwater beastie and aquatic horror. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not? Indeed?
Yeah, they're always popular, evergreen shit. Yeah, since Jaws.
Under Paris is amazing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard other people say such things. So yeah, it's been echoed.
Spiritual successor to Jaws.
Ooh, okay.
And I really like Jaws.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. So that's not saying something lightly. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I'll write it down.
So, all right. So then I've got It's Never Dead, Take the Head. At which point they blow up what's left of the demon with the giant plasma gun. I've got here putting themselves back together with a staple gun.
Yeah. So cool.
Molly is dead. Oh no, Lazarus Pit. Yay, she's okay. So yeah, like you said before,
the arm,
it's a
of course, the arm, the tearing off of the arm. That was very dramatic and slow motion and wonderful. Yes, yeah. That pitch, I want one of those pools of goo. Pools of immortal goo.
Although you wouldn't want to then be anywhere near an open flame after that point.
No. Have we finished off the big boss yet?
So that's the Molly. They finish off the big boss and then they reprint Molly.
Yeah, and we get to see Mother in her true form, which is not
the true demon form,
the visage that is Monica Bellucci. No, yes,
no.
It's kind of how would we describe the form? Remember the movie Legend with Tom Cruise, Ridley Scott? Yeah. If you imagined a kind of wetter, a fourth of the way finished kind of version of that. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So on
we need to get into share screening on these things. We need to start implementing that.
We should do that. On Andrew Baker's ArtStation page, the Nekrotronic demon designs are there, and there's some really nice ones of the Monica Bellucci demon, and some concept stuff that obviously they couldn't afford.
Yeah, okay, so money thing, yeah, I think you're probably right there. Yeah, overreach.
But yeah, some beautiful designs.
Yeah, no, they're inventive, they're creative guys, because they've got another one with Bianca Brady, main chickie from Wormwood.
Yeah,
And it's based on a Finnish mythic ghoul. And it's kind of like this science fiction-y horror, wacky shit as they do.
yeah.
Yeah, I just forgot my point saying that, but that's okay.
um,
These guys are cool children of the popcorn. We like them. We will
they
cover more stuff. Stay tuned.
they're amazing.
Mm.
Alrighty. So look, that brings us to the end. Like I've just written credits. So it
Yeah,
brings us to the
yeah,
end of the film.
yeah.
I'd love to see more in this universe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd watch more.
Yeah.
I'd watch more.
I don't
Yeah.
it in my opinion, it doesn't need a werewolf.
Nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah. It's got enough teeth. It's got enough teeth without,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a lot going on as well. There is that
Mm.
as well. It's got a lot going on as is. Um, but yeah, no, really enjoy it. I would recommend it. And I would like to see them be supported more because I don't think these guys would water down their work. I don't think it would be sullied with a bigger
No.
budget.
No, no.
I think they
Um,
would stay true to themselves,
yeah, I'd hope so.
what they're into.
Uh, so some trivia that
Yeah,
I
what you
noticed.
got? What you got?
So during the final credits, there's a female demon does the upside down spider walk thing, which is a nod obviously to The Exorcist, where the main
Mm-hmm.
female character is possessed by a demon and does the same thing.
Yeah. I
And
said that was an influence,
da
so sure. Yep.
David Wenham is a known claustrophobe. So the scene where it's just his head in the box
Uh-huh.
apparently was very
Uh-huh.
difficult for him, and it took them quite a while to get it done because he was
Ah.
obviously freaking out, but he pushed through it apparently like a trooper. So yeah,
Okay, you can kind of see that in that scene now that you think about it and look at it through that lens, because it was going
yeah,
quite hard with it, you know what I mean?
mm,
Yeah, it was quite a kind of, oh,
yeah,
this is quite an intense scene amongst all this frivolity. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All the eye
A good
stuff.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good work. Yeah.
Um, Now I've got a little bit of a crypto psychology corner, Baron
Sure.
crypto psychology corner. So obviously, because this is all controlled by apps and phones and stuff, um, like everyone, people are aware that they build these sort of games for dopamine addiction, where you hit the little button, you get a little
1000%.
buzz,
They've
and you get a
admitted it in
thrill.
documentaries. Yep.
Oh yeah. So I mean, there's nothing to say that a dopamine addiction couldn't cause psychotic breaks, which causes people to act like demons. Maybe
Tick
subliminal
tock.
hypnosis.
Tick
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
tock.
yeah.
There's a horror
Um,
movie.
mm. So yeah, so look,
Sorry.
electronics.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right. Electronics could cause that sort of thing, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, not to the point where you've got glowing eyes and fangs, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, so that brings us to sort of to the end of that film.
So yeah, no,
Um,
I agree that it's feasible, yeah, to take things that far in terms of, obsession, addiction, dopamine hits, that it could parallel possession. Yeah.
yeah,
I think you would have if you try to steal teenagers' phones, certainly if they were in a group, they would stab you in 2024. And I'm
yeah,
saying that from Brisbane, Australia, the world, yes, they will
yep,
straight up stab you. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I think that this is the messaging of this then, if you want to tie the crypto to the, what does it mean?
mm,
To Mr. Popcorn's
yeah,
what does it mean? Yeah, I think that's kind of it. If you want something from it, yeah, that this is what they are getting at. Um, yeah, but not to be taken seriously, though. Not to be taken
no,
seriously, though.
no, no,
It's
no,
still
mm,
just fun at the same time. Yeah,
yep,
because they do it too. They do it too. Yes, you can see that from all the blatant homages and references that this movie is a pastiche of. Yeah,
yeah.
we are all in this together, of course, for better or worse. Yeah,
So
yeah. So that's
yes,
my
so
responses.
rating.
Hmm. Okay, can I go first since you chose? Yeah,
Yeah,
have your little snuff hit
go on.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You are the Baron. You must have snuff. Yes.
Peruvian marching
um,
powder. No.
okay. I do like this background. It is quite satanic. Yes, it's good.
Mm.
Right. Nekrotronic, spelt with a K-R-O, just to be cool.
At least there wasn't a K on the end.
Oh, yeah. True that. Um, and that, yeah, kind of sums up my feelings of this movie. Yeah, it's goofy, it's hip, but it's also lots of fun and fantastic, and I dig it. Um, to give on a serious note, as I did point out, it is very much the hero's journey in a perfect 3-act structure. Yes, with all of the
Yeah.
references and all of the fun stuff. And I don't bother about explaining that, just go with it, throughout it. It does work as a complete story. So yeah, this is not shitting on
Yeah.
it at all. So I'm going to give it a very fucking satisfying. So you're looking at a 3.7, 3.8.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, not
Okay.
quite a 4, not quite a 4, but yeah, no, had a fun time with it. Would like to see more from it. And just from these two
Mm.
guys in general. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did Daywalkers? No, not Daywalk, the William Dafoe Brisbane
Daybreakers.
Daybreakers,
Yeah,
thank you. Who did
that
that?
was the Spirits. That was the Spirits.
Yeah. So we've got three sets of kick-ass brother directors in this country.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
yes, yeah, no,
So
we're strong
powers
with the
that be.
siblings.
Let's go with more siblings, and let's get some female siblings. Let's have
Yeah,
our own Soska sisters of Australia or whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, the Wachowskis now are there's a
Mhm.
very strong trans
Are they
change there. So
Australian?
they're not yep, the Wachowskis are now
Oh, of
the
course, because
Wachowski
the
siblings
Matrix
rather than the
of the
Wachowski
shooting in
brothers.
Sydney, of course, and
Mm.
such. Yes. I did not know that. There we go. Yeah, cool. Good. Yes. But let's get more. Let's get more out of this. And yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I want to see more. Yeah, just more from these
Yeah,
guys in general. And if we were sitting around, someone's popped this in, turned this on, yeah, would not mind at it. Would sit down and happily watch it again. Because with a group, this would be lots
yeah,
of fun.
yeah,
Definitely. Yeah,
yeah,
so very much strong 3.5, very fucking satisfying.
yeah. I'm gonna sit it at a 4, just a solid 4. It's not a 4.5. Obviously that's like it's fun, it's dark, it's bloody. It covers my love of sci-fi, it covers my love of horror.
Mm.
I loved all of the
Hmm.
Lovecraftian themes and the demonic stuff and the neuromancer of it. Um, I struggle to think how they could have made it a 5. Maybe with a bigger budget, but even then with a bigger budget, maybe it wouldn't have made it better.
But they would have taken
But yeah,
away
no,
from
it's
it
a
as
strong
well, you know
4.
what I mean? Yeah, this is punk rock filmmaking, if you will. Yeah, it
Mm.
can't be too well produced or polished.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think, yeah, that's very sound reasoning for both of us, for both of our
yeah,
ratings there for the type of film that it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So
Mm.
I understand you weren't a fan of tarot.
Okay, Tarot. No, absolutely not. Well, how the fuck could I be? All right, okay. Comedic bit aside, um,
Sure.
2 minutes out of 90, whatever it was, yeah, it was 90 something. Were cool. Were kind of great, actually. Yeah. So why wasn't this the rest of
Which
it?
were the two? Which were the 2 minutes?
Okay, yeah, thank you. The Witch, were certainly with the stylistic flashbacks,
Mm,
the historical flashbacks, and you're seeing the Witch, yeah, and the
mm.
tarot characters are being three-dimensionalized, yeah,
Yep.
into
Okay.
our reality. Not enough of that, not done in the right way, not the right camera angles. Yeah,
Yep.
all of it not done correctly, in my opinion. But when you
Okay.
got the moments you did get to see them, I was like, yeah, which is really
I I
frustrating because, as I think I've expressed, I've wanted a tarot-based horror
mm,
movie for a long ass time because the material was so goddamn rich. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. for the stuff
I
that I like,
struggle to
especially.
remember
Please.
anything that happened in the film.
Yeah, so generic, so stock, so standard, so
Yeah. I really wish, and I think I can feel it in the DNA of the film. I really wish they had stuck with their idea of making it like 13 ghosts.
really, is that what was that an idea of theirs? Because
That's
that's what I wanted from them. Just do a callback to 13 Ghosts, but with tarot cards.
yeah,
Done.
that's
With
that's the feeling
arcana,
I
with
got
the
from. I don't know.
arcana, the major arcana, go. You've
Yeah,
got it.
I don't know whether that's what they would do, what they maybe thought of originally, but I felt that in some of the scenes where it's just like, oh, I think they were kind of going for a 13 Ghosts vibe here.
Hmm.
But they didn't hit it.
No.
I will probably not watch it again.
No.
At least not for a while. But yeah, no,
Is it
it
worse
was
than
sad.
Night Swim? Because that is its contender for the worst movie of so far this year,
Oh
yeah. For 2024 releases.
no, it's
What do you
better than
got?
Night Swim for me
Okay.
because it was a single coherent story.
Yeah. Yeah. Such as it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Night Swim, you're bad. Wonderful short film. We will praise it
Oh, amazing.
always.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
One of the
yeah,
best short films I've ever seen because it's actually, I think, like yourself there, Baron, it's actually grown on me, the appreciation. Very much so.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, no, Terry, no, not for
no,
me. Not for me. Not
uh,
for me. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I could
Um,
watch it again.
uh,
I did see some news though that they're looking at doing a 13 Ghosts series.
yes, I believe that is happening. Well, certainly
Mm.
in major talks. Yeah.
Actually,
Um,
children, if you haven't seen 13 Ghosts, watch 13 Ghosts.
yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Cool. It is fun. It is fun. Matthew Lillard.
Ah,
Yeah.
so good.
I know you youngins like him out there, and we love him too. He's been doing stuff for a while. I remember him since
Yeah,
Hackers. Yeah.
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 Tony
Good old.
Shalhoub from Monk and Galaxy Quest.
Yeah. Shit. Um, seen the trailer for Nosferatu being one of your most anticipated.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? And what a
oh,
perfect trailer.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
he is coming. Boom. He is coming.
yeah,
Click. He is coming. Cut. He is coming. Cut.
yeah,
Yeah, perfect.
yeah,
Not giving anything away, just
yeah,
saying that's right stylistically. That looks correct.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
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 No,
He knows. Willem
I'm
Dafoe,
really
nude
looking
and
forward to
acting
that.
weird. Yes, check.
I think he's playing Van Helsing. Yeah,
Yeah, must be. Yes, because he's got the
yeah,
cravat and the coat, and then he's doing the stuff.
um,
Because he's not
yeah.
crazy guy. Nah, name eating the bird
Well,
head.
Count Orlok. Count
Yeah,
Orlok. Oh no, Renfield.
Renfield. Thank you.
Renfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, very much looking forward to that. Are you looking forward to Long Legs? Do you have any investment in Long
yeah.
Legs? Yeah, that's
I've
my
got no
most
investment in it, but it looks
anticipated.
good.
Yeah, I'm very
Looks
keen,
good.
being a Oz Perkins fan that I am.
Mm, yeah.
I saw the trailer when I saw Battle Royale. Yeah, and it's full. Yeah, and it was
Ah,
like,
okay.
yes. I think it's going to be something very unique, and I'm putting it out there now. It's going to be the next Silence of the Lambs. Yes,
Mm,
I'm putting that on the table. Yes, because I've been following this for
okay.
quite a bit. Yes.
Okay.
If you don't know Oz Perkins, people, he did Gretel und Hansel, the Black Coat's daughter.
Mm,
I am the last pretty thing in the house, if that title is correct.
I think so.
And yeah, and this one coming up, yeah. And he's the son of Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the horror DNA stretches back within him.
These Nepo babies, the Cronenbergs, because they're all starting to have
Yeah.
children now, the Shamalama Ding Dongs.
I love that like so many people call M. Night Shyamalan that
It's not
Shyamalama
just
Ding
me.
Dong thing. Like,
No,
yeah, no,
absolutely not.
yeah,
No,
it's amazing.
yeah. Even it's
Uh,
always sunny. They they
yeah,
use it throughout. Yeah.
yeah. Shout outs. Have we got any shout outs? What have you got?
Shout outs. Any shout outs at the moment? Evil Corp as always. Yeah. Kate and Co. Definitely shout out Dorian on the iceberg. Shout out Scream Queen.
Hmm.
Shout out the Bat. Hold fast public relations. So we're going to have to talk about what we're going to do next in terms of the Australian horror series or their stuff, which is still all Australian, so it does work.
Yeah.
What other shout outs? Escape Manor. And is there anything witty? Do I have anything witty? Or surprising at the moment for a shout out? Shout out New Farm Cinema. Yes.
Oh yeah, I like them.
For putting on movies like Battle Royale. There was the revealing of the Netherworld King Kong head. Yeah. The monkey face. Yeah. They had
Yeah.
that there the night that they had the opening of that night of Battle Royale. So they do a lot of cool stuff and show a lot of very cool movies. So if you're in Brisbane,
Yeah.
check them out, support them. Yes, that's my shout out. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, they're my local cinema. So yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky. Yeah, I got to travel a bit to get to them, but worth it. Worth it.
Yeah.
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 What have I got? Well, you've already done a bunch of them, like with Evil Corp and that sort of thing. So look, I will shout out Improv Queensland, Act
Mhm.
React, and Queensland Ghostbusters. I will be traveling up to Townsville in September for a show up there in the North Australian Festival of Arts. And I have started work on a Star Trek style show for Improv Queensland called Space Patrol. So
Mhm.
yes, there'll be some more coming out about that in the near future.
Okay, cool. Cool. So in terms of what we're doing next,
Mm,
fuck it, I'm just going to throw it out there because yes, Scream Queen did Long Weekend. You've
yep,
done this. The Bat said
yep,
they're going to come in and out when they can at the moment because of work and
sure.
such. So we've done
Yep.
the Roache-Turner. We've talked about the siblings, indie Australian film. I've mentioned it several times on purpose, giving it a sizzle. Wormwood, first one.
Okay. Wormwood next.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, just to keep
Well, I
this
mean, there's
vibe
there's
going.
because there's a feature and there's a short. We could probably do them together.
Do it. Let's do it together. We can talk about both very easily. Yeah. And I actually haven't seen the short. I didn't know it existed. So thank you there, Baron.
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
keen on that.
it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. No, and it's on a similar vibe.
Um,
It's a bit more, if you haven't seen it, children, it's a bit more gory than this one. Basically,
yeah,
zombies. Yeah. There's just a bit more
zombie
exploding body
apocalypse.
parts. Yeah. It's good
Yeah,
stuff though. It's fucking fun. It's fucking fun.
and some very interesting world building as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Uh,
I'll
yeah,
throw it out there. Big crush on Bianca. Yeah, certainly in this film. Yeah, she's great.
yeah, yeah,
Badass AF.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, these guys need more stuff just to build out these worlds. They have multiple worlds within them. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So
to me
look,
is
I think
getting
that's just about us.
Talk to me is getting a weird spin-off. We'll talk about that more next time.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk about
oh, I
those two
hadn't seen
brothers
that
next time.
news.
Yeah, do it, but we'll both do a bit of research on those two brothers for
Yeah,
next time. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, and which I'll be able to do sometime next week. Yeah, because my filming is tomorrow. Then that project's done. Probably not on location unless Screen Queen's keen. Because yes, children, we are having Lisa Frankenstein bubble in the background. That is also coming. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we are definitely wanting to cover that still. Yeah, yeah, but we'll figure that out off air, as they say
Yeah.
on
All good.
radio. Yes.
Fix it in post.
Check the gate. It's a hair in the
Uh,
gate.
Hair in the gate. They don't do that anymore because of digital
Nah,
filmmaking.
exactly. Exactly. Completely outdated. Yeah. If I said that now
Yeah.
with the youngins around, they go, what the fuck are you talking? They're actually looking for a
Yeah.
rabbit stuck in a physical gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
did someone stick a rabbit? Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah. We old
I
children.
don't
Deal with
I
it.
don't miss film making.
God, no. For those who don't know, to change film when you're on site, locations, crazy hot day, been there since 6 to 3 in the morning, yeah? And then it takes about anything from 15 minutes to an hour plus to set up between shots, yeah? And then you'll have these times where you've run out of the film reel has run out and you've got to get under blankets like you're dealing with hazardous material.
Yeah.
You had to change shit, yeah? I'm so glad I never have had to do that and never will.
I did it once. Did it once.
Oh, no. My anxiety went through the roof. People are waiting and watching while you're under a blanket in the dark. No.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. It's crazy.
And you know what I don't miss? Or you know what I do like rather than I don't miss? I really like LED lights. They don't heat up. They don't explode. You don't have to wait until they cool down before you can change them.
They're cool.
LED lighting is so much better.
And the big fucking rectangular platform ones you can get now. Yeah, this on off. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, such cool lighting. Like that's out now compared to what they used to be. Yeah, that's not crazy expensive either, like the cameras. Yeah. And that's why I like indie filmmaking, and it can get better and better because the blockbusters don't know what they're doing anymore. They do not know what they're doing anymore. Yeah, it's crumbling, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'm glad that's why we do this there, Baron, for you there, children of the popcorn, just to bring attention and celebrate and get awareness of this shit out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And it's fun. These movies are fun. Talking about them is fun.
What I would say to the children is you've got in your hand here a film studio. It records sound, it records video, it stores stuff that is better than stuff that the films we have reviewed have used. Like feature films were made 100%. On much worse technology than this. So if you want 100%. To make a film, if you want to make a film, you've got it in your hand to do it. It won't look like Iron Man, but at least it'll be something.
Yeah, and you're all wizards with all the filters and the effects when you're doing your social medias on your face twits and your Insta-talks. Yeah, so apply to your little short films that you are doing there, which is already happening. You know what I mean there, Baron? It's already happening out there. It is shifting the way films are being made as well, not advertly, but it's overtly, thank you, but it's certainly having an influence. It's getting there. It's been taught now as well how to look at this medium of the vertical phone film. Not even the horizontal, but the vertical. You know what I'm saying? And when we were growing up, it was it was so expensive, and it was for the strange elite people living in the clouds. So it's cool. Quality, range, that makes it more fun. That's like digging in the crates for records and having to listen.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, well.
Yes, have we done Old Man Evil Popcorn Corner sufficiently enough, do you think?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, old white man popcorn corner. Yeah. How do you know I'm white? Because I've got a podcast. I'm a middle-aged middle class man. How do you know that? I've got a podcast.
But we don't read, what's his name? Marcus Aurelius. We do not read.
I can't remember the last time I thought about Roman centurions.
Yeah, so who asked me that at work? Olive, shout out. She asked me, Gene, when was the last time you thought about the Roman Empire? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I don't know. Someone brought it up in conversation at some point.
Yeah.
And then she explained to him, oh, okay, no.
Yeah. I mean, I have to admit having been thinking about it a lot recently, because I was reading a series of books where the conceit of the fantasy world is that it was the lost Roman legion that fell through a rip in time to another planet, and their society was based on the Romans. So I was thinking about it because of that, but no other reason.
Yeah. It came up in a song, that I listened to a wee while ago, but but I get what they're saying. I get what they're saying, and never ever will it be. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I'm sure that's obvious. Yeah, I'm sure that's obvious. Yeah, no matter what we watch on the iceberg. Yeah. No matter
Yeah.
what, no matter what we watch, never are we that. Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
All right. So shall we sign off?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to sign off there. There, Baron, thank you there for bringing this film, to the table. And yeah, very satisfying. Glad I saw it. Like these dudes, want to
Yeah.
see more of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Agree.
has been me keeping it bloody, Mr. Popcorn. Peace. Baron, to you.
Yeah. And this has been the Baron saying, go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Shh.